And now, only 4 remain. I'm John Renton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 32 Night 18 event, the final night of A Blocka, B Blocka, C Blocka. She wants the D. Boy, she's got to be tired after all this D Blocka action. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Okay, so we've got the semifinals set, and then the finals will be set after tomorrow. That's how a tournament works. But anyway, yeah, some pretty good results on this show. A couple quick matches, including one match I didn't expect to go under 3 minutes. Did I just hear myself say under 3 minutes? But nevertheless, yes, the final night of full-on Blocka action. And it's been an up and down all around come on defense work tournament, but there's been some good stuff. So overall, I think this tournament will be remembered at least fondly for the good stuff while trying to just shelve the bad stuff and say, let's just not do that anymore. Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton on commentary, and unfortunately Chase Owens was also there. Kind of adding really nothing, which is really encompassing Chase Owens' career. Whether it's, doing commentary or whether it's in the goddamn ring. He can do the moves, and he's not particularly interesting. Juice Robinson and Will Osprey, they're fighting over the U.S. title. They are not fighting over shampoo, because this is not Mania 18. She wants the D Blocka action, a jump start. A couple jump starts during this show, because they were like, well, shit, we need to get this done because we have the semifinals, we have the finals, and we can't exhaust the wrestlers or the crowds. I guess Will was the face by default. So stop with the apron spots, all I'm going to say. I will say Will jumping over and landing, jumping over the post and doing that spot, that was pretty goddamn cool into a sunset flip powerbomb. Though, again, stop with the apron bumps is what it is, so. The U.S. title's under the ring. Oh, no. We get a belt shot for 2. The referee gets bumped. A lot of referee bumps on the show, too. Pile driver on the exposed floor, which should have honestly, caused a stretcher job if we were being honest, but nevertheless, everybody's just going to pop right back up. Hidden blade, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, Will Osprey is in the finals because ELP beat Shingo. Now, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world because El Phantasmo has had a pretty goddamn good tournament. So, Will Osprey being, winning the She Wants the D block, it's not the worst thing because, hey, at least Juice didn't win. And Shingo and Osprey had a really good match in this tournament. Shingo will get his shots. He had his run with the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and will wants to basically sell his whole damn thing with Juice over the U.S. title. And they got to have somebody that you can root against, so that's why Will Ospreay's there. Shingo had enough after ELP dived continuously, but man, ELP really did fire back. Hit Thunderkiss 86. There was a big pump and bomber from Shingo, but then we got many fists and we got a few kicks. We got CR2, we got kicks, and we got a straight jacket pile driver 1, 2, 3. El Phantasmo beating Shingo. Both ended 6 points, and by that virtue, Will Ospreay wins D block. And then Goto took on Evil with Dick. Oh boy, Evil's in a match. Be still my beating apathy. And you're adding Chase Owens on commentary. It's like you're trying to make me not interested. Yeah, everything is Evil 1, 2, 3. They both end up with 6 points. The fact that Evil got 3 wins in this G1, despite the fact he hasn't been interesting since before he left LIJ, is kind of a little bit troubling. So then Naito took on Zack Sabre Jr. C Blocka action, and I wrote down they always work well together, and this should be no different. And 2 minutes and 58 seconds later, after a Destino attempt into a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, Naito gets a victory. Zack Sabre Jr. throws everything. Throws a ring bell, throws ringside attendants away, just goes nuts. Naito even taunts him by throwing him an ice bag because Naito's a little shit like that. And because Naito won, even though they're tied on points, Naito advances. So he literally comes back. We're getting Naito versus Okada, aren't we? We're getting Naito versus Okada. I've already seen enough matches this year with them. But nevertheless, Zack Sabre Jr. goes nuts. Apparently, Royal Quest is coming back to the UK. Hopefully, if they have it on Fight TV, the feed will go a little bit fucking better than it did in 2019. Whoo, boy. I may review that, we will see. It depends on the card because I'm kind of so burned out from reviewing like a month worth of New Japan content, and the fact I'm reviewing so much other stuff and I got a lot of work, I may or may not be able to review it. Sonata took on Tomohiro Ishii in B Blocka action. This is likely Ishii's last or at least second to last G1. He's in his mid-40s. I think he's 45, 46. And he's a tough son of a bitch. I think it's about time. If not here, definitely next year. Some good action here, as you would expect with these two. And vertical drop Rainbuster 1, 2, 3. And Sonata and Ishii end up with 4 points. Now, the fact that Ishii ended with, he beat, he got a couple victories here. And the fact he ended on a victory, maybe they decide, okay, New Japan's like, oh, fuck it, Ishii, stay in here. We know you're getting beat up, but we need star power. Tama Tonga took on Jay White and B block of action. Tama has to win to get in, and he did. After a bunch of action and Jay White doing a lot of the same stuff, we get a gun stun after multiple attempts. 1, 2, 3. Tama is in the semifinals after losing the Never Openweight Championship to Carl fucking Anderson a couple months ago. He has actually, he actually got a victory. And Jay White's not in the finals or the semifinals. That's good. Also, I called this. I think a lot of people called this just with the way it was set up. It makes sense because then at the end of it, I believe it's the Burning Spirit Tour that they're going to have in September. Tama will challenge Jay White. He will lose. And then that will just set everything in motion for whatever happens Wrestle Kingdom. And then Jonah took on Bad Luck Fale. An A block of action and big splash. Can't help but hear Wade Barrett on NXT commentary. Tsunami! But, because it was hilarious. But big splash. I actually don't remember what he calls it here. 1, 2, 3. Jonah with 8 points. Fale with 4. And Jonah would have had a chance, except he lost to Archer by a countout, and he beat Okada. So, unless, the match gets thrown out, Jonah's pretty much out, unfortunately. Jonah's booking's weird. He lost 2 matches by a countout, so he didn't get pinned. And he beat Okada. Just weird. Just very, very weird. Okada took on Archer, and Archer was more focused, almost had an Assassin's Creed-like hood on. He wins, and he's in. Whatever, Archer decides, whether he wants to do more dates in New Japan or go back and work AEW more, Tony Khan has to put him in the main event. Oh, Chris Charlton, your enthusiasm and trying to understand Tony Khan's coked-up mindset is wonderful, isn't it? It's not Tony Khan doesn't understand talent. I just don't think he understands a lot of things. So anyway, 2 choke slams at the start because Archer's just standing there, and then 2 choke slams. And then he takes over, doing a cannonball into the barricade. Takes one young lion, says, "Go here." Ow! That was my spine. I need that. And then a moonsault, the walk the ropes, the moonsault up. Man, Archer just kneeing him in the face. Not intending to, but just, I was like, ouch. And big drop kick from Archer. He was dominating the course. Then, Okada comes back. You would expect Okada to come back. Blackout was hit, but that was into a crucifix because Archer got cocky. 1, 2. And then we got a few more moves. We got the landslide bringing me down to the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3. The money clip, by the way, is not a good move. Okada needs to stop that. And Okada wins the block. Okada versus Tama and Osprey versus Naito. Don't get me wrong. Tama versus Osprey would be interesting. They're not going to go that route. It's going to be Okada and Naito. If it's not, I'm not going to say I'll eat my hat because I don't own a hat. And also, I don't want to, make that bet. But if it's not Okada versus Naito, I'll be very, very surprised. But let me know your thoughts in the comment. Who do you think is going to be in the finals? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Riplin. I'll see you soon.